Okay, for our film tonight, we are going to be talking about American Hustle. David O. Russell's follow-up to Silver Linings Playbook. Who wants to hustle? What do you think, Vince?
Okay, I don't think anyone can deny that this was a very well-made and well-acted movie. I mean, Christian Bale was just so fantastic in this movie, and just like the lengths that he'll go for like his acting roles. I mean, like he put on a bunch of weight. That is not Batman. That is not that. No way.
He lost all his hair for that role.
He did. I had a lot of fun with it. I just, for some reason, it didn't. And this is kind of unfair to say, but it didn't stick with me the same way that like Silver Linings Playbook did. I don't know. The message for the movie like just wasn't as strong for me.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we're gonna go down that route. The last two movies, we had The Fighter and we had Silver Linings Playbook, both movies that I loved, particularly Silver Linings Playbook, and so I had high expectations for this. Wasn't disappointed, like you. I think strongest aspect for me were the characters. They're all very just kind of charismatic, but also really quirky and terrible. But again, I think the whole idea of the story of the, like, oh, well, that's America, baby. That's the whole, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, get it, you know, like, I don't know, like, that didn't resonate with me as much as, like you said, like, Silver Linings Playbook. Something about that movie really, stuck with me. You feel for the characters and you want them to succeed. Why don't we want these characters to succeed? Well, they're all terrible.
Well, they're terrible, but it's funny because in Silver Linings Playbook, they're also broken people. Well, let's just leave it at that. They're not terrible, but it's by choice, I think, because those people, like, they had something happen in their lives that made them broken, and we want them to succeed and pick themselves up from their
Same with The Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. But this movie it feels like they're terrible people by choice, and we don't we root for them because they're fun, entertaining characters. But ultimately, if they fail, we're like, well, they got what they deserved.
I think I liked it a little bit more than what you guys are saying. Not that I think you guys disliked it, but I think one of the reason I think I didn't mind them being as bad is because they weren't really living very glamorous lifestyles. I mean, I think it did a very good job of capturing that 70s kind of weird, yellowish, sickly feel.
Sickly.
That I'm
sickly is exactly.
I wasn't even alive in the 70s, but that's what I think of when I think of the 70s. It's like everything has a layer of this kind of grime on it, and it's like, and I thought he did an awesome job of capturing that. And so for me, it wasn't ever like, oh, they're like taking super advantage of people, because half the time they were, living pretty crummy lives themselves. And the performances all, to me, really allowed me to connect on an empathetic level with those characters. And I think one other thing that I really was unexpected for me was how funny it was.
Yeah.
It's way more of comedy than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more drama, more dramedy. I mean, it was. There was definitely serious moments, but it was way funnier than I thought. So I gave it a little bit of leeway in those more serious moments when it was trying to say something. Because, hey, it built up credibility.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's entertaining. Yeah. It's probably more so than The Fighter. I mean, that's definitely that movie. As good as a movie it is kind of a drag at points. And that I think that this is the strongest. You still like the characters despite them being kind of jerks because they're goofy and they're fun to see the shenanigans that they get into.
That scene at the end with Jennifer Lawrence and Christian Bale in the bedroom, to me, like, it was so hysterical. Like, it was. I love Jennifer Lawrence in the movie, and it's so funny. It just shows how good an actor she is. But it's not even the same person as Katniss or what, Hal or any of them really. But that whole scene in the bedroom is just so ridiculous, and they're so awful.
Hate her,
but you love her.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, how did she do this?
The film really well for me, or whatever. And it kind of captured thematically. However, people believe what they want.
But like her in Hunger Games, Katniss, and
you hated her face.
We still have to look at her face and be mystified.
You know, I think what you just said about that point, though, is that that was the movie for me. There were a lot of great moments. Moments. The whole, I don't know that it really came together as much as I wanted it to as a whole, like a defining, like. But there were a lot of great pieces of the movie that really.
I think the one that stuck with me, not to do any spoilers, but it was a less hilarious moment, which is a rare occasion in the movie when he's in the coat rack remembering, like, that was like, man, that like it totally hit home. Perfectly brought the whole movie together at the end and like kind of took us forward into the the climax. So I thought it was really great.
All right, then, Sean, what did we? You tell us what we thought about that movie.
So I think in conclusion, we in general all liked it. It maybe didn't have that kind of bam wow power that we were possibly hoping for, but we all thought it was really funny. But I think we all can agree the best part of the film was the performances. I think everyone. I mean, Christian Bale and he kind of the standout, but really like. Bradley Cooper, like, he did an awesome job. He was
that
kind of a scumbag, but everyone
like, how do you get into that character? Like, it's such a weird. Yeah.
So in general, I mean, it was a really good movie. Just not quite on the same level as maybe Silver Linings Playbook.